If you could select any season in Steph Curry's career where he was at his best, which one are you choosing? Would it be 2016, where he won the unanimous MVP, shattered all kinds of records, and maybe had the greatest offensive season of all time? Maybe you prefer 2022, where he secured his long-awaited Finals MVP by carrying the Warriors to championship. However, I bet there is a year you may have forgotten about, which maybe, just maybe, is his best year ever, and it's 2021. This was a year that he put everything together: his dead-eye shooting, his stronger frame, improved defense, and it all culminated in the best scoring season of his career. I mean, seriously, he wrapped up the year with 40 games of at least 30, 11 games of at least 40, and 3 games with over 50. Heck, he even hit his career high amongst many more incredible milestones this year. But in order to understand what fueled this season, we need to rewind 2 years ago to the final possession of Game 6 of the 2019 NBA Finals. In their hunt for a three-peat in 2019, the Warriors would be ravaged by injuries. Kevin Durant went down with the right calf strain against Houston in the second round, which he would later aggravate to a torn Achilles tendon in Game 5 of the Finals. Just a game later in Game 6, Klay Thompson tore his ACL in his right knee. Still, the Warriors fought valiantly and they had a chance in the final possession.
Iguodala throws it to Green, who catches it, back to Curry, puts up a three.
Steph Curry missed a shot, Toronto won the championship, and the Warriors dynasty looked to be over. Less than 3 weeks later, Kevin Durant left for the Brooklyn Nets, while Iguodala left in free agency. Klay Thompson would miss the entirety of the upcoming 2020 season with the torn ACL, and Shaun Livingston retired. With all these changes, the legacy of Steph Curry was brought into question. Could he carry a squad of subpar talent like a Kobe or LeBron could? This question wouldn't be answered, as Steph would break his left hand in just his 4th game, as he would miss the majority of the season. As a whole, the Warriors won a league-worst 15 games, which landed them the 2nd pick, which they used on Tyrese Halliburton. They used on James Wiseman. Despite a horrible 2020 campaign, the Warriors looked poised to bounce back and compete for championships. Surely, there was nothing that would stop the Splash Bros revenge tour, right? After losing Klay to another injury that would sideline him for a 2nd consecutive season, the Warriors went into panic mode. They traded for Kelly Oubre, but it was clear that for the Dubs to make any noise, Steph would need to go nuclear. The start of this season was one to forget in Golden State. In the first 2 games, the Warriors lost by a combined margin of 65 points to the Nets and Bucks. Curry was also very quiet in these 2 games, with a very inefficient 20 versus Brooklyn and 19 versus Milwaukee. At this point, the basketball community began to question if Steph was a true superstar, if Steph could ever lead a team without a stacked supporting cast. These doubts carried into their 3rd game against the lowly Chicago Bulls. Behind a surge which began in the 3rd quarter, Chicago appeared to be pulling away. That was until the chef took over.
This quarter from 3.
Look at Curry. So inspirational, man. Way downtown. Got back up, fired it away, and knocked it down.
Off to a good start. You wouldn't have to rely so much on your bench.
Steph Curry. So this is the score as it stands, 123-118. Curry, that's a 3, and he knocks it down. It's a 2-point game. Clutch tray. Curry back the other way. Leading in, counted and a foul. Steph Curry.
Inbound from Lee. Can't get to Wiggins. Can't get to Curry. Throws it to Looney. Here's Lee. 3 for the lead.
Oh, my goodness.
Damian Lee.
The baby-faced assassin exploded for 25 second-half points to finish the game with 36, as the Warriors barely escaped with the win. They would then defeat the Pistons on the road before they would get stomped in their home opener against the Blazers. Post-game, Lillard had some choice words regarding Curry.
He's trying to get quality looks and get a clean look so he can make a good one. You know, you don't really have that luxury to just like take one from that deep, you know, just to be taking it.
Cue the Jordan meme, right? I take all that personally.
Counter, back the other way, through the legs. Nurkic gets there too late.
And foul, so Gary Trent Jr. is checked in. Warriors stay with the same 5 starters. And Steph Curry hitting the wing jumper. Oh, Curry, little split.
Smart. Downhill, you see Cantor there. He's like, great news. Cantor's on me. Let me get around him. Super easy. Crafty finishes.
Clock to wind down this third. Steph, step back 3. Yes, sir. 45 for Curry.
Sometimes it's 35 feet out.
Ricochet to Steph. He just catches and launches a 3.
Like that.
He's got 48. And on top of Steph, working with Wiseman. Little leaner push shot. He's got 50. McCollum went for 54, but Steph went for 56 by himself. Curry from deep. 59.
Why not? Man, Steph
is running to the front court. Draymond finds him another 3. Got it! 62! 62! And he actually surpasses his buddy Klay Thompson.
Just 2 days after Lillard made these comments, Steph would go for a career-high 62 points as the Warriors smoked the Blazers. This is about the best it got for the Warriors in January, as they finished the month with a mediocre 9-7 record. Individually, Steph averaged 28, 6, and 6 in these contests, but he was just getting started. On February 6th, the Warriors matched up with the Mavericks. Dallas got off to a hot start, taking an 18-2 lead, but Steph was having none of it.
Curry trying to draw the foul. On it and 1. 4 on these Mavericks. 0 for 2 to start. That's a 3. The midway point here in the second. Curry comes off the screen. Knocks down the 3 there. Curry, 3-pointer. That's good. Steph Curry with another. That's his 4th 3. Lee, back out, Green. Cross court, Curry. Another 3-pointer. Trying to draw a foul. He knocks it down. Steph Curry with his 6th 3-pointer. Curry way downtown. Bang! Steph Curry from just inside half court. Curry now, as the lead is cut to 1, has 41 points, and there's 7-3. A 5-point Dallas lead. They've led the entire game. Curry, another 3. Puts it in. 46. Curry dancing. Drives, gets inside. Scoop layup is good. 48 for Curry. Curry fakes the 3. Fires up another 3. Bang! Curry with an answer. And a Curry on the drive. Gets inside. Reverse. Banks it home. And the foul. Curry's fouled by Kleba. And a chance to cut it to 1.
The greatest shooter this league has ever seen. Don't argue with me. He's your favorite shooter's favorite shooter.
The Chef erupted for a mind-boggling 57 points and made 11 3-pointers in a losing effort. This loss fit a common theme for the Warriors in February. Despite Curry putting up a superhuman effort with averages of 32.1, 6.8, and 5.4, Golden State finished the month with an underwhelming 8-7 record. Heading into March, Curry was putting up 29.5, 6.4, and 5.4 with the Dubs, sitting at 16-3, being placed at the 8th seed, and that takes us to March 17th. In a matchup with the Houston Rockets, Curry would trip on a riser and fall down hard. He would later be diagnosed with a hairline fracture on his tailbone, as he missed 6 of the next 7 games. If you needed a reminder of just how important Steph was to this Warriors team, they would go 1-5 during these games, including a 53-point beatdown against the Raptors, where they trailed by as much as 61. This bad stretch of games dropped their record to 23-26, 3 games below 500, and they dropped all the way down to the 10th seed. With the Dubs on the verge of falling out of the play-in, they needed a miracle, and well, Let's just say that came in the form of April Steph Curry.
He can go to the free throw line anytime he wants. He's got one of the nastiest handles in the game. You can't stop him from getting to the basket. He's shooting threes. He's getting to the hole at will. He gets to the free throw line at will. He's averaging 40.
And Curry going to try to get one up from way deep and laser it in.
Of course.
Curry deep three. Got it! With an opportunity for a 4-point play.
Curry spins. Step back, trying to draw another foul, and it goes in! Oh, Steph Curry with a circus shot and the foul.
Did well to catch that. John Wall said, not Curry behind his back. Flip it up and in. Draw foul.
Showtime.
Long rebound, Wiggins. What a play. Curry for three.
And look, he knows. Steph Curry
He knows.
just got himself the record. He passed Will Chamberlain.
It's not really whether he starts or not. It's whether he's on the floor at the end of games. As Curry goes with a left hand. Beautiful finish.
Steph Curry got another for three. You're right, Richard. He wants record in scoring, and this pull-up
Too short. Too short.
Curry looking for an opening. Corner three is up. Shot. It's good. Curry does it again.
If you needed any more proof of how good Steph Curry was at basketball in April of 2021, here is a segment dedicated to his stat lines for every game of the month. 36, 11, and 3 against the Eastern Conference champions Miami Heat, 37, 5, and 2, 41 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists against the reigning MVP, 32, 6, and 5, 38, 8, and 5, 53 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists versus the MVP frontrunner, 42 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists versus OKC, 33, 4, and 5, 47, 7, and 7, followed by a 49-point nuke in Beantown, 18, 7, and 7, 32, 8, and 8, 37, 7, and 7, 27, 1, and 2, and he wrapped up the month with a 37-point, 6 rebound, and 8 assist performance against the Minnesota Timberwolves, in what happened to be the Warriors' second straight loss to close the month. See, in the month of April, Steph was having arguably the greatest stretch of games in his career. He was averaging north of 37 points per game on some of the greatest shooting splits of his entire career. During the stretch, he scored over 30 points for 11 consecutive games, the most for any player in his 12th season. To top all this off, he dropped over 44 different times, including a game with 53. And how did the Warriors do during the stretch? They went 8 and 8, a 500 record. Despite their superstar putting up a historic stretch of games, the Dubs struggled to find any footing, as they now had a record of 31 and 32, still below 500 on the year. With the season winding down, it was too late for the Warriors to make a push for the 6th seed. At this point, they were simply fighting for play-in positioning, trying to earn the right of double elimination instead of single elimination. However, the playoffs weren't the only thing brewing in Golden State. See, with Steph going thermonuclear throughout the season, he was in a two-man race for the scoring title alongside Bradley Beal. These two were torching teams all season, and it all came to a head on May 8th. Beal played earlier that day against the Pacers and exploded for 50 points, leading Washington to their second consecutive overtime victory and taking the lead in the scoring title. Later that day, it was Steph's turn to respond, which he did, torching OKC for 49 points in just 29 minutes, leading the Warriors to a blowout victory. He then followed it up with 36 points in the win against the top-seeded Jazz and a 21-point performance in the win against the 2-seeded Suns. Even with winning 5 games in a row down the stretch, the Warriors were tied record-wise to the 8th seed with the Grizzlies with just 1 game to go. And who are they playing in the regular season finale? The Grizzlies. For Warriors fans, this was the most important game of the regular season. A win would give them the 8th seed, meaning they had the luxury of winning 1 out of 2 games in the play-in tournament to make the playoffs. Lose, and they had to win both of their play-in games. With so much on the line, the pressure was on Steph to deliver. And well, Let's just say he did just that.
Steph, a little show and go, a little teardrop, and there is the scoring title for Steph Curry. Guys, step back three, Steph Curry. Durant returned the favor.
No blow-bys there.
Curry, three. Okay, Steph now on a relocate, feet set three. Yes, sir. As well. Steph dropping in that three. He's got Kyle Anderson only on him, which means he's going right by him to
Draymond's back there looking for something.
Curry three, and he got it down. Away from the John Morant Valanciunas ball screen. Curry three. He flattens Steph out. He cuts back door. His three is good.
I think he passed it late and just drug him all the way out to half court.
Added to his game, but it's not there now. And that's the greatest three-point shooter the game has ever seen. Knocking in another.
Yo, he is so big time. And then he goes with the Baron Davis flesh out celebration. He is filthy.
46 points, a dagger 3 to put Golden State up 12, and a Baron Davis jersey pull celebration. Iconic. His 11th 40-point performance of the season was enough for the win and his second career scoring title at 32 points per game, a career high. And with the win, the Warriors were set up to go to Los Angeles for a chance at the 7th seed. The Warriors arrived in LA and looked really sharp to open the game. They blitzed out to a 6-point lead at the end of one, and a Curry buzzer beater put them up 13 at the half. However, that was about the best it got for the Warriors, as after the first half, the momentum of the game shifted as the Lakers began to play much better basketball. With the game tied at 100 with just over a minute to go, KCP would drive inside and hit LeBron on the wing, who would connect on the three.
I was literally seeing three rims out there, so I just shot at the middle one.
The Lakers hung on to the lead and clinched the 7th seed. Still, Golden State had a shot to get the 8th seed. They just had to beat Memphis at home one more time like they did 5 days ago. Unlike their last game with the Grizzlies, the Warriors were the ones who were trailing at the half as they went down 13 points. However, much like the Lakers, they picked up in the second half and tied the game at 99. With the ball and 9 seconds remaining, the Warriors had a prime opportunity to punch their ticket into the postseason. All they needed was one more bucket.
I can guarantee a look the way that they're defending Steph Curry. So I like the idea of no timeout.
5 seconds remaining. Curry makes his moves, finds Green. Green drives down a lane, the floater's up, no good, overtime. Deflected, ball goes to Tillman, out to Allen, hits the three. Morant back to Allen, tries another three, puts it in, back. Morant gets in the paint, stops, kicks it back out in the corner. Tillman for three, puts it in as the foul. Shot clock at 3. Morant gets inside, a little push shot is good. Makes his move, spins in the paint, turns, puts it up, puts it in. John Morant knocks it down. It's a 5-point game with 4.5 remaining. And that will do it. The Memphis Grizzlies are in the playoffs. They eliminate the Golden State Warriors. And the Grizzlies will now play the Jazz in the first round starting on Sunday.
And just didn't go our way. I don't know how many different ways to say it, but it was a special year, all things considered. And a new experience for me, Draymond. Tried to make the most of it, come back, bottle this up, everybody make the right strides, take advantage of the summer, and you don't want to see us next year.
And that'll do it. It's over. The Golden State Warriors return to a familiar place. They're on top of the NBA world. The 4th title in 8 years. The Dubs dynasty is still very much alive. For Steph Curry with his dad, the emotions just pouring out. It might be his 4th, but it means so much. All the sacrifice, all the work.
He's a 4-time NBA champion, a 2-time league MVP, a member of our 75th anniversary team, and for the first time ever, he's an NBA Finals MVP The 2022 Bill Russell NBA Finals MVP award goes to Stephen Curry.